Good morning, Benzo warriors. So what are we going to do today? We're going to lay in bed. We're going to worry about our condition. We're going to get on WebMD and look up 1,000 different conditions that we think we might have that really we know we don't have. We're going to lay in bed and maybe stay on not WebMD, but Benzo Buddies or one of these forums for the next 3 hours, talking to people, hearing their horrible stories, just riddling our bodies with anxiety and thinking to ourselves, this is it. This is my life. This is the new normal now. Or we're going to get up. We're going to find that inner strength, that fire in us, that never lay down and die spirit. And we're going to get out of bed. We're going to go drink a glass of water. We're going to go outside, sit in nature. We're going to slow our breathing down. We're going to think about our future and how good things are going to be once we're on the other side of this. See, it goes both ways. We can sit here and think about, how disastrous all this is. We can start picking out coffins. We can surround ourselves with misery. Or, as I often say, we can have that fierce grace, that fierce, almost delusional optimism. And we say, to hell with this, I'm going to fight. Today I'm getting out of bed, I'm going to sit in nature, I'm going to eat a good meal, I'm going to drink lots of water, I'm going to try to meditate or center myself, find some kind of presence. When I say meditate, I don't mean, zazen, sitting with a flame, but I'm going to try to center myself throughout the day. Now, granted, that's an uphill battle. I often say it's like you trying to meditate while another guy is, digging a needle in your back. It's quite hard, almost impossible. It's rather impossible to meditate at this point. But you can be mindful. You can choose to be present and not retreat. And that's a huge difference. Laying in bed, WebMD, videos, Benzo Buddies. I've got clients that spend all day talking to people on the phone. They just have a list of people they talk to and how are you doing today? Oh God, it's so rough. Oh, me too. And I don't know if I can make it. Me too. And while there's some therapy to that, there's the therapeutic value in that. In the bigger picture, what are we doing? Why? What is it? It's defeat. That's the smell of defeat is what that is. What I did, what worked for me was I got off all the forums. I got off all the negativity. I removed negative people out of my life. And I got up and I tried to own each day. And I said, the kids today, they have this new saying, ride or die. That was it. I'm ride or die. I'm going to beat this thing or die trying. That was my thought process, literally as I was going to the Lowe's garden section or something and doing exposure therapy every day. And your heart's beating out of your chest and you're feeling dizzy and you're like, is this the day I'm going to black out and wake up on the floor with a bunch of strangers around me looking at me like I'm crazy and my head bleeding or something? These are the thoughts, This is the day, what if I do have a heart problem? What if my panic attack triggers something that just pushes me right over the edge and I end up in a hospital? It's these fears that consume us, that bring us down, keep us in the bed, keep us locked away in our castle, our not castle, like a prison cell. I always think of the Count of Monte Cristo, and that what would you call it, like a rock prison that he was in that he had to dig his way out of. That's what it feels like. You get this one little tiny window at the top. You can almost see sunlight through it, but not quite. I say to hell with that. I say we punch through, seize our day. So that's the message of this video is get our asses up today and let's get in gear. Let's find the motivation. We don't have to conquer tomorrow. We don't have to conquer benzos today. We just have to conquer today. That's it, day by day. Just like they teach you with anything that's really heavy to lift, or your problems that you're sorting out in life. You don't put them all on the table at once and go, oh my God. You put one thing on the table, we look at it, we figure it out. What can I do about this? Okay, put it over here. Let's put something else on that table. What can I do about this? Figure it out. And once you figure it out, you put it aside. That's why I say benzo healing and recovery shouldn't be complex. It's just hard as hell. It's just so hard. but it's not complex. The complexity is the mind. It's what we put into it. It's the fear, it's the worry, it's the constant researching, it's this, it's that, it's the supplements, it's the this therapy or that therapy or sound therapy or prayer or magic, you know. And what it really is fierce determination and faith in recovery. It's getting up and putting in the steps every day. You know, literally putting in the steps. You know, you got an iPhone or a phone that tracks your steps. Find out how many steps you're taking every day and double it if you can. And by the end of the month, you know, if you're 2,000 steps a day, 100 steps a day, try to double it in a month. Add little things to it. Make sure you're drinking more water and getting vitamin C and eating right and trying to sleep right and not frying yourself out with worry. I mean, that's the best we can do. And then we get busy living. Come out in the yard, work in the garden, go for a hike, talk to a friend, talk to a family member, clean the house, do the dishes, do the laundry, maybe paint the house. Maybe there's a project that needs to be done, something small that we can kind of chip away at even. You know, I'm not saying wake up and paint the house, and some of you are going, Dave, I can't even get out of bed. What the hell are you talking about? You gotta remember, guys, too, this is why my advice is always gonna, half of you are gonna really love it and half of you are almost offended by it. But you gotta understand there's a big spectrum of people that go through stuff. And I'm not talking to the people that are completely annihilated by benzos and can't even get out of bed. You know, I'm not putting pressure on you to say, what are you doing? I get it. But what I will say is, for most of us, even in that category, we still have to start pushing back. Even if it's adding 15 steps a day, even if it's walking to the mailbox. I've been there. I remember not being able to walk to the mailbox. I remember opening the front door and almost having panic attacks and thinking, this is it. And I stayed in the house for months like that. And then I started pushing back. Nothing changed. I didn't come off the drug. I wasn't like I was later in my healing. I was still in the middle of withdrawal. But it worked. You know, it worked going to the mailbox every day. Eventually, the mailbox stopped being such a scary phenomenon to me. You know, that faulty part of the brain, that alarm system that just keeps ringing, stopped ringing. They said, all right, it's a mailbox. It's not a tiger. I thought it was a tiger. I was wrong. Because this damn drug, you know, basically distorted the eye of my mind as it relates to understanding and comprehending fear signals in the environment. You know, I mean, I remember, I've told the story before, but just real quick, I'll say it. You know, I remember having a panic attack while laughing. That's how startling, I mean, something even as simple as laughing is startling to the nervous system on that level when it's so sensitive. It's like a smoke detector that if you just flick the lighter, it goes off. You know, that's our brain at this point. So we have to push back against that, and we have to do it systematically by showing it, the brain, the mind's eye, that these various things in our environment are not the stressor, the danger that it perceives it to be. And we start pushing back. The problem is, going through benzo withdrawal, it's like, it's not all mental. I mean, it's 10%, 20%, maybe 50% mental at most. It's 50% or more physiological, chemical. So it's always going to be like you trying to climb this mountain while people are throwing weights into your backpack. And it's like, damn, this is getting harder. Damn, I can't even climb, you know. But you keep moving forward. That's the important part. So I salute you, soldiers. It's like, I look at you, I got some really damn good soldiers. I know some of you guys get up and the battles you're fighting, the wars you're winning, it's impressive. And I commend you guys, and I love you for it. And I just want to inspire you to say, all right, today's the day. I can't conquer benzo, but I can conquer today. That today I have control of. Let me do something today.